Have you noticed that when you're in a sales meeting, you're excited about talking about your products and services. You're excited about explaining to the customer how your products and services can solve their problems and are the right solution for what they're looking at. You're excited about talking about your company, your track record. But the moment the customer says, all of this is fine, just tell me how much will it cost? And suddenly your energy crashes. Think about it. Most entrepreneurs develop cold feet and nervousness the moment the customer starts focusing on the pricing, because the fear of rejection, the fear of the customer saying your price is too high is something that can develop cold feet in any entrepreneur, no matter how great their product or service is. The pricing of your product or service can make or break your business. Think about it. The money you charge determines how much money you will make. And if you're not charging enough, then you're doing business in a format which I call charity, where you're offering your products and services to your customers. You're adding value to your customers are happy, but your bank balance is unhappy. On the other end, if you don't get your pricing right and you start charging people unreasonable amount of money, then obviously no matter who you are, they're going to ignore you, set you aside, because there are enough options in the market for any product or any service. Pricing is the make or break factor for the profitability and the sustainability of the business. So make sure you watch this video till the end as we dive deeper into this idea of how do you price your product or service in the right manner, which is fair for your customers and is fair for you as well. Hi, my name is Rajiv Talreja, and as a business coach, I've worked with thousands of entrepreneurs to help them build profitable and scalable businesses. I truly believe that if a business is not profitable, there's no point wasting your time, effort, energy, and risking your investment in such a business. And through this video, I want to break down for you what is the key factor of profitability, which is your pricing. As a business coach, I notice the most confident entrepreneurs become very, very uncertain and filled with self-doubt the moment the customer starts discussing about the price of their product. It's almost as though there's a voice inside their head that tells them, oh my God, I'm going to lose this deal, so let me make sure that I give the right price to the customer. And sometimes they undervalue themselves. The reason I wanted to do this video is because I've helped thousands of entrepreneurs understand and reconcile with themselves what do they deserve to earn and what is the right price for the value that they are adding to their customers that they should fix for their products or services. And that's what I want to decode for you in this video as well. And I want you to consider this. If you don't get the right price in place, then your profitability is a question mark. The frequency of your sales inflows is also a question mark. Your rejection rates go through the roof if your pricing is not right. And if your pricing is too low, then you're obviously not going to make any money. So the key is to understand pricing is the critical factor to determine the sustainability, the profitability, and eventually the scalability of your business. I have seen far too many entrepreneurs who charge too less and continue to serve their customers, hoping and wishing that someday miraculously the customers will be willing to pay them more and they'll start making money. I want you to think about it. If you're undercharging your products or services, no customer will ever come up to you and say, hey, you deserve more, take more money. So undercharging is one critical problem that a lot of businesses fail because they are looking for validation from the customer. They are looking for reference points in the market to see whether their product is being accepted or not. And when they are underconfident, then they end up underpricing their products or services. So I've seen too many businesses who try to serve their customers but cannot sustain at a low price point. On the other hand, I have seen too many businesses who overcharge, overprice because they think they are premium while they have no track record, they have no credibility in the market. The customers don't perceive any brand value in that product or service. And when you overprice yourself, then the customers absolutely reject that product or service. So even if you have a great product or a great service, getting the right pricing strategy is paramount for the sustenance and scaling up of your business. I'd like you to watch this video till the end for two reasons. Number one, I want to break down the ingredients of creating the right pricing for your business. And the second reason I want you to watch this video till the end is because towards the end of this video, I want you to continue the learning journey with me. In this video, while I talk to you about pricing, there are many more factors that influence the profitability and scalability of your business, like your marketing, like your sales, like the various activities which I call as foundational activities to build a stable and successful business. And while you watch this video till the end, I'm going to give you a gift, an invitation to be a part of my 4-hour training where we go in detail into marketing. We go into detail into those 7 foundational activities that you need to focus on to be able to build a stable and successful business. So I'm going to give you that invitation. Watch out for that invitation and stay till the end, because you would want to take action on that invitation that I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video. Now, when it comes to pricing, I've often seen that there are 4 reasons why entrepreneurs are confused about what is the right price for their products or services. Reason number 1 is rejections. Think about it. When you start your business, you go out there, offer your products or services, and you get rejections. Customers say no for whatever reason. An entrepreneur is naturally going to slip into self-doubt about, am I pricing too high? Is my pricing not right? So that is one reason. The sales rejections is the first reason why a lot of entrepreneurs are confused about what is the right price for their products or services. The second reason that I see for the confusion within entrepreneurs about the pricing of their business is comparison. A lot of entrepreneurs start comparing their products or services with the other alternatives that are available in the market. And they don't really understand whether those alternatives that they are looking at as competitors are at the same type or same stage of their business, because of which their pricing is higher or lower. So plain comparison is also unhealthy because it ends up creating more doubt whether your product pricing is right or not. The third reason for the confusion around this concept of pricing in many entrepreneurs is their lack of control on their expenses. Think about it. You start a business, and if your overheads are too high, you have to factor those overheads in your pricing strategy to be able to make a decent enough margin. And therefore, what ends up happening for a lot of entrepreneurs is they want to start making money from day one. They want to start making profits from the first month of their business itself. So they consider all their overheads without giving their business time to be able to reach a certain level of volumes where those overheads can be taken care of, and they end up pricing their products or services unreasonably, which creates more rejections and creates more self-doubt and creates more confusion around pricing. The fourth reason, or the fourth factor why I see a lot of entrepreneurs being confused around this concept of pricing is because a lot of entrepreneurs have this emotion of guilt around money. I call this the receiving problem. I have seen too many entrepreneurs who, because of their childhood programming around money, because of their social conditioning around how they've been taught that money means you're greedy, money means you're manipulative, money means you're selfish, that creates a receiving blockage in people to charge what they deserve. In fact, they feel like criminals and crooks to tell their pricing to their customers, thinking that, oh my God, am I being greedy? Am I being selfish by trying to make this money? A lot of entrepreneurs face these kind of confusions. To erase this confusion around pricing, one has to consider 4 parameters to get the right pricing strategy in place for their business. Here are the 4 parameters that I believe helps you come up with the right price. And when I say right price, for me, the definition of right price is a right price for the customer to pay and the right price for the business to charge. So both the customer has to win and the business has to win. So here are those 4 parameters. Parameter number 1, your pricing has to be competitive. What do I mean by competitive? What you need to do is this: you need to evaluate products and services which have the similar specifications as the products and services you offer in the market, to identify what is the kind of pricing that your competitors who are providing the same products or services with the same specifications offering their products or services at. You cannot be too high or too low in comparison to your direct competitors. So you need to do a competitor analysis, a product analysis of your competitors, so that you are sure that it is the same specifications, and then you need to make sure that your pricing is competitive based on the alternatives available to the customer in the market. A 5% or a 10% deviation plus or minus is acceptable in any industry. But if your deviation is 20, 30, 40% higher or lower than the competitor, then your customer does not see you at the same level as he's seeing those other products or services. So the first factor or the first parameter to study and consider before you arrive at the right pricing strategy for your business is a little bit of competitor analysis. The second parameter when it comes to determining the right pricing for your business is your track record. What do I mean by your track record? If you're just getting started in business, you do not have any success stories or case studies of previous clients or previous projects, then you need to enter the market with the mindset of serving before you start selling and scaling. Now, if you have an established track record, then you can leverage that track record. You can leverage those success stories and case studies and project experiences that you have to showcase to the customer why you deserve the pricing that you are asking for. But if you're new, start by serving and then sell and then scale. So you need to be real with yourself about your own track record and your own credibility. If there is no track record, don't go too high. And if there is track record, demand what you deserve. That's the key. So that's the second parameter to consider. The third parameter to consider to determine the right pricing strategy for your business is your brand value. Now, some of you may ask, Rajiv, isn't track record equivalent to brand value? My answer is no. Brand value is to do with the popularity and the familiarity of your business and your brand in the market. You know, a lot of businesses have a great track record. They have years of experience. They have success stories and case studies that run into thousands of customers. But because they are not marketing themselves consistently, the market at large is unaware of even the existence of that business. Brand value is to do with the popularity and familiarity of your business. Are you known in your industry? Are you known in the market? Do your customers know that you exist? And how do they perceive your brand? Do they perceive your brand as somebody who's trustworthy, somebody who's credible, somebody who's an expert? And if they do, then you can definitely charge a premium. But if your brand value is non-existent, even though you've been in business for years, if nobody knows about the existence of your business because you haven't been proactive in marketing, then obviously your brand value is very, very low, and the customer's willingness to pay a premium or pay what you demand is low when your brand value is low. So the third parameter is your brand value, which brings me to the fourth parameter when it comes to fixing your pricing strategy. The fourth parameter is value for money for the customer. The question you need to answer for yourself is, what will be a no-brainer offer for my customer? The amount of value you add and the way you position the value at the time of marketing and selling determines whether that offer of pricing is a no-brainer or not. You need to really put yourself in the shoes of the customer and ask yourself, what will make sure that the customer is able to see the value of the product or service even before they buy? And how can you amplify that value so your pricing becomes a no-brainer for your customer? You know, they also call it mafia offer in sales. You know what's a mafia offer? A mafia offer is an offer that the customer cannot say no to. You need to make such an offer. It has to be something that a customer shouldn't think too much about and should say yes, because they are able to see the quality of value that your product or your service can add to their lives. So these are the four parameters to consider your pricing strategy. The value for money factor for the customer, the brand value based on the marketing that you have done to build your brand, the popularity and familiarity you've built for your brand in the market, the track record that you carry as a business in terms of case studies and success stories, and the fourth factor is the competitor analysis. Now, when you factor these four and you come up with an amount, you will see a range that is fitting into all these four parameters. And that is the range which is the right pricing strategy for your business. By implementing these four strategies, the first thing that will shift for you is your conviction in selling. Think about it. A lot of business owners and salespeople themselves don't have conviction in the price that they are demanding for their product or service. I have seen business owners and salespeople who tell the price, and immediately, even without the customer asking for anything, they start making a statement like, we can work things out or it is negotiable. Think about it. When a customer is asking you for your pricing and you are saying 50,000 and we can work it out and 50,000 and we can negotiate, it only shows that you do not have conviction in your pricing. But by working on these 4 parameters and analyzing what's the range that satisfies all those 4 parameters, you walk into a sales conversation or a closing conversation or into a negotiation conversation with a lot of conviction. The second thing that happens as a result of you using these 4 parameters is you make profits which you deserve. You make sure that you're building a business which is financially practical and viable. You're not underselling yourself and losing money, and you're not overpricing yourself and losing deals. You just have found the right strategy which is helping you close deals consistently and make you healthy margins on every sale consistently. So these are the 2 big benefits that I see for you the moment you use these 4 parameters and come up with a pricing strategy for your products and services. And the moment you get your pricing right, I also want you to understand the impact it has on the psychology of the customer. The customer starts seeing you as somebody who's credible, somebody who's clear, somebody who has confidence, and somebody who has conviction. And I want you to know this. People don't buy products and services from those who sell them cheap. People buy products and services from those who have confidence and conviction in what they are offering. Even though there may be market alternatives who are offering at a lower price, because of the confidence and conviction that you are putting out in that sales conversation, because you have a rationalized pricing strategy, you create doubt in your customer's mind when they are thinking about an alternative which may be cheaper. They in fact start thinking, saying, hey, I know there's a cheaper option, but this person sounds like an expert. This person has a rationale for their pricing. This person is the kind of person I'd like to associate with and work with, because I don't want any complications by buying a cheaper product or service outside in the market. So think about it. Getting the pricing strategy right gives you confidence, and that confidence then passes on to your customer and gives them the conviction to work with you. That's the reason why getting the pricing strategy is so critical. I hope through this video you have got some work to do to sit and analyze those 4 parameters and come up with the right pricing strategy for yourself. Now that is the start point of building a profitable business. That is the start point of building a stable business. But there's a lot more for you to learn. The elements that you need to master now is your role in your business. What do you need to do? Because think about it. If you're doing too many things in your business, there's going to be confusion and chaos, and you'll only end up firefighting for month-to-month survival. I want to support you in building a stable and successful business. And therefore, I'd love to invite you to my 4-hour training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar, where I'm going to break down for you what are the foundational activities that need to happen in your business for you to build a stable and successful business. And from there, we will go into what is your role in your business, so there is clarity at your level and the confusion and chaos across your organization can be eliminated. So make sure you register yourself using the link below and be a part of this 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar, where I'm going to break down for you the step-by-step method of building a business which can grow without you. Look at the link below, register yourself. I look forward to seeing you at the Business Breakthrough Seminar.